welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. We're at IT Expo East 2011 in Miami, Florida. On our program today is Bill Bumbernick. He is the Chairman and Chief Innovation Officer at Alteva. Bill, how are you?
Great, Rich. How are you?
Great. Let's start off with an overview of your company.
So Alteva is a hosted unified communications provider, or a cloud unified communications provider. We provide services like hosted voice, hosted Exchange, hosted OCS, hosted SharePoint, call recording, CRM, all from the cloud, so our customers can access the services without the need to purchase the assets.
Now, in terms of product releases, what's been some of the latest things that you've come out with?
So recently we've delivered to our customer base video auto attendant capabilities, video call center capabilities. It's interesting technologies, and we've always kind of been a believer of building it and then see how customers use it. We see an opportunity in the market space, we build the technology, and then we really try to understand how the customers will leverage it. We weren't really sure how the video auto attendant and video call center technologies would really catch on or adapt, because really nobody's got a whole lot of video endpoints, right? These people that are end users of other systems or out in the world don't have video endpoints, so they don't know how to leverage it. And what we found was really fascinating was we had a bank come to us and after we did the release and said, look, we think we can use these technologies internally. They said, we've got these pockets of intellectual property across our branches, but not all of our customers have immediate access to them. I said, what do you mean? They said, well, we might have a retirement plan specialist in branch 1, 3, 5, and 7, but whenever somebody walks into branch 10, they can't get to them, right? It's going to be a telephone call and then maybe a meeting that's set up to do that. So how they're using our technologies is they've created kiosks with these video auto attendants, and as these, in this example, retirement plan specialists are sitting at their desk, they log into the video call center. A customer walks into branch 10, wants to talk about retirement plan, they go through the video call center, they're connected to that person instantly and create the communications. Now, what's really cool about that is it's built on the existing UC platform that they get from Alteva. So it's built into the same interconnected with the rest of the world voice strategy. And where we're evolving that product to is those customers now will be able to call into a call center from home, right? From the normal PSTN line or cell phone, call into that call center from home. That call center agent, that retirement plan specialist in that example, will give them a code to put onto the website. We're actually going to feed that video back through their PC so that they can see the person they're talking to. Now, there's not a whole lot of value in just seeing somebody's face, but in a complex conversation like financial strategies or retirement strategies, there's going to be graphs, charts, things that are important to understand when you're making decisions, and now they can really richly communicate that way. So it's pretty exciting for us.
Awesome. Now, in terms of the industry as a whole, I thought since we have you here, we'd get your thoughts on where you think things are, any things you're seeing that are worth sharing with the audience.
Yeah, so one of the things that we think is a real challenge in the industry today is what we call the assimilation gap. Companies like Alteva and other really innovative unified communications providers are putting a lot of great features out for end users to use, and they can be complicated sometimes. But these features really sit kind of here in the space, and the ability for companies to use them sits somewhere underneath of them, right? And the reason for use challenges could be the ease of use of features or accessibility to the features. So there's this gap in between from where they're using features and the features that are available, we call the assimilation gap. From an industry perspective, I think we all need to focus on that assimilation gap. All of these features create a great amount of productivity benefits, enhanced communications, all those things come along with it. But if we don't close that gap, we're going to see a challenge in maintaining customer satisfaction to the levels of the features that we provide.
Now, is that a training issue? Is it a complexity issue, a GUI issue?
Well, it's going to be approached from a lot of different perspectives. I'll give you an example of how we've started to close it in one way. So we have a few different levels of license, right? We have a premium license, a standard license, a basic license. And when phones were configured, because that's how people mostly communicate today with these phones, when phones were configured, they had a standard configuration. If you had a certain phone with so many buttons, it had certain features on those buttons, and it didn't really change based on the level of license that you had from us. So what we did instead is we said, well, let's push the most important features directly to the front page of the phone, so that if you're purchasing that premium license, Now those features are immediately available on the handset of the phone. Because people go to the portal and they tweak the features, but that's not really the way they've been trained to use phone features. They've been trained to use them from the phone themselves. And what we noticed was in doing auditing and metrics, once we did that, we had about a 40% uptick in feature usage for the premium features. So it added value to the product that we were already providing to the customer. They weren't able to extract the value until we figured out a way to actually put it in front of them. And that's one way that we're trying to close that assimilation gap.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff.
So what's next for the company?
Well, we're constantly trying to figure out, where the next place is, next space that we need to move our company into is. UC is obviously huge. We see CEBPs, or communications-enabled business processes, really as the next evolution of the communications industry. So we're focusing very hard on ways to simplify integration of communications infrastructures into those communications-enabled business processes.
Do we need a better term than CEBP?
I don't know what else to call it.
I don't either, but
yeah.
I think we need a better term. And I know it's important, and I know that it can really boost the automation or boost the productivity of companies and make them much more productive and efficient. It's just kind of a cumbersome term.
It is. Well, think of something ingenious and we'll start advertising, and you can start advertising.
Okay.
That'll be the next step for everybody.
That'll be the challenge before the next time we meet. Good to see you.
You too. Thanks a lot, Rich.